Shivoham, Shankaroham. After Kinkar Baba left, I returned to Haridwar. Every evening, I attended a saint's discourse on the banks of the Ganga, but my mind did not find peace. One evening, while walking along the Ganga, I went far away without realizing it. Feeling tired, I sat down on a large rock. After a while, I fell asleep there. When I woke up, I saw stars in the sky. I looked at my watch. It was 2 o'clock at night. In that sleep, I had a dream. After waking, I kept thinking about what it meant. In the dream, a monk dressed in saffron robes told me to go to the place where the Ganga originates. I walked a few steps with him but stumbled and fell. When I got up, I saw him about 25 steps ahead, calling me. Just then, I woke up. My bag was lying beside me. In it were a pair of clothes and a small glass, lota. I got up and washed my face with Ganga water. I felt like bathing. I stayed for a long time in the cool waters of the Ganga, fearless and doubtless. Then I started my journey. On the way, I never accepted cooked food from anyone's house. I spent 1 or 2 days fasting. When hunger became unbearable, I took a little flour from a house, made 1 or 2 flatbreads, rotis, outside the village, and ate them. Between Haridwar and Gangotri, on one side, there is a village called Madena. Outside that village, there is a Shiva temple. I stayed there. In that temple lived an 80-year-old Naga Baba. His whole body was covered with ash. Outwardly, he looked like an ordinary man, but the glow in his eyes silently revealed that he was a realized soul. About a mile away from the village, that Shiva temple had a well. When I reached there, the sun had just set. At night, the villagers came and asked Baba a few questions. He would reply only with, or give short answers. The villagers thought he was just an ordinary sadhu, but in truth, he was a divine soul, one who was always immersed in eternal bliss. When I asked for permission to stay in the temple, he gave it with his eyes. That night, one of the villagers warned me, "Be careful. If anything belonging to Babaji goes missing, you won't be spared." Babaji said nothing. He only smiled. The next morning, I woke up, bathed, finished my prayers, and sat near Babaji's feet after bowing to him. He neither blessed me nor spoke. I kept sitting quietly. Hours passed. It was already 1 in the afternoon. He remained motionless. The sun was blazing. I bowed to him and went to the village, brought some flour, and made rotis. When I offered them to Babaji, he neither accepted nor refused. When I asked again, he said, "No." After eating, I cleaned the temple and performed Abhishek, ritual bathing, to Lord Shiva. Around 3 o'clock, Babaji got up, went outside, and returned 2 hours later. Then he slept under a tree. The day passed. Babaji did not speak to me. In this way, 5 days went by. I felt he was testing my patience. Still, every test must have a limit, right? My time was precious. What was the use of wasting it like this? One morning, after performing Shiva worship, I was chanting the Chandrasekhara Ashtakam. Immersed in devotion, I recited it completely. When I opened my eyes, Naga Baba was standing near the Shivalinga. "Oh, wonderful. Very good," he said. "Chant it once more. I haven't had enough of it yet." I closed my eyes and recited it again. After a while, he opened his eyes and asked, "What is your name?" "Narayan." I replied. "I know," he said. "Now come out." He held my hand and took me under a tree. "What are you doing here? Your mother is sick at home, and you are roaming around here. Come with me," he said. I sat near him. He was an expert in Nabdarpanadi Khada Vibhuti, the divine mirror power of the nail. He placed the tip of his right thumb before my eyes. In a moment, his nail turned into a mirror. In that nail mirror, I saw our house. On the bed, my mother was lying, suffering with high fever. My wife was sitting near her feet, and my son was standing beside them. I heard my son's voice. "Grandmama, how are you feeling?" From my mother's weak throat came a faint word, "Narayan." That whole scene and those words were visible clearly in Baba's right thumbnail. As soon as I saw my house in Jodhpur inside Baba's nail, I became nervous and closed my eyes. I felt responsible for my mother's condition. It seemed that because I had left home, her health had worsened. The color on my face kept changing. Baba was silently watching me with full attention. "What are you seeing?" Baba asked. Tears flowed from my eyes like a stream. My throat was choked. I could only say, "B.A. B.A. G. What have you decided?" He asked. "I will go home this very moment. What is the use of wandering like this?" I said, standing up. "Sit down." Baba thundered. It felt as if someone had pushed me down by the shoulders, and I sat. "So that is it. You are tired after just one incident? Why did you leave your home? Did you think this path was easy? Did you think everything would fall into your hands so effortlessly? Can anything be achieved without sacrifice or dedication?" Baba said. "But I don't want anything that costs my mother's life. I must also repay the debt I owe her, right? Isn't it my duty as a son? My mother is suffering thinking about me, and I am sitting here trying to learn something from you. It has been 6 days already. This is the first time you are even talking to me," I said. Baba laughed loudly. "Enough. Enough. Your mother will not die. I will take upon myself all her pain. Now stop worrying. Since you have left home, it means God has a plan for you. There is a reason. In the future, you will meet a guru that no one else has ever been blessed with, Swami Satchidananda Ji." Saying this, he lay down. While lying down, he added, "Keep watching me. Do not worry. And do not discuss these things with anyone." My head was burning with confusion. I went near the river and bathed for an hour. My mind became a little calm. When I came back near the temple, Baba was still lying there. I touched him. His body was burning hot, like fire. He must have had a fever of 103 or 104 degrees. I felt uneasy and did not eat that evening. I sat in front of Lord Shiva inside the temple, closed my eyes. At that very moment, Baba appeared before my eyes. "Be calm. Your mother's health is improving. By tomorrow, she will be completely well. I am experiencing all her suffering and pain. Lift me and place me inside the hut beside the temple," he said. When I opened my eyes, Baba was still lying under the tree. I lifted him carefully with both hands and laid him inside the hut, then sat beside him. That evening, a villager brought 2 liters of milk. Hearing about Baba's fever, he said, "He is old. Many times he gets fever like this. We have given him blankets and clothes many times, but he never uses them. Someday he will just die like this. Only God knows why he is so stubborn." And then he left. Poor people. How ignorant they are. They do not know who Baba really is. A knower of Brahman, a realized master, one who sees all 3 times, past, present, and future. I stayed awake the whole night. The next morning, after finishing my bath and prayers, I came back. Baba's fever was gone. Not only that, he had already gone to the river. When he returned, he looked radiant and peaceful. "Narayan, your mother has completely recovered. I have saved her from the grip of death and given her 30 more years of life. Look," he said, showing his right thumbnail again before my eyes. I was astonished. My mother was completely healthy, sitting happily in front of our house, glowing with peace. 4 years later, when I went home, that topic came up in conversation. That very night, her fever had suddenly disappeared. Not only that, she became fully healthy, without even a trace of illness left. All the doctors were surprised. When I saw my mother healthy in Baba's nail that day, I fell at his feet. For the first time, he blessed me. You will succeed in your goal, he said. That same day, he taught me the Napdarpanadi Khada Vibhuti knowledge and gave me the mantra for it. The practice was very difficult. Yet, for 3 days and 3 nights, he made me stay awake and perform that sadhana before him. That was the first spiritual power he blessed me with. Through this practice, nothing from past, present, or future remains hidden. One can see anyone as past, present, or future. After that, whenever I wished, I could look into my thumbnail and see my house and everything happening there. Clearly, even the smallest details like the hair on someone's head. For this sadhana, one must chant the Napdarpanadi Khada Vibhuti mantra regularly every day. After leaving Baba, I practiced it daily for 4 to 5 years. But once I returned to family life, I could not continue the daily chanting. One afternoon, I was sitting near Baba. He was explaining about breath control, Shwas Sadhana. According to him, the experience of eternal bliss lies in controlling inhalation and exhalation. His method was very simple. Within 5 to 6 hours of practice, I learned it. In breath control, there is an indescribable joy. It cannot be written or explained. It can only be experienced. Naga Baba said, the perfection of human life lies only in the experience of divine essence, rasa. But complete enjoyment of that essence is not possible either for monks, sannyasis, or for householders. It cannot be achieved through strict celibacy, nor through excessive indulgence in pleasures. He continued, a man's vitality, virya, is his life force. His spiritual practice and enjoyment of divine essence depend on that vitality. Along with the IDA and Pingla channels, the point called Bindu is the seed of that vitality. It is made of pure energy. When the nerve that carries this vitality becomes active, the energy flows out. This is called Skalnakriya, emission. This is also the act of death. But there is another secret technique. Before the energy is released, it can be transformed into an airy form, Vayavya. Once it becomes airy, there is no question of loss or emission. In this way, man can preserve his radiant divine nature. This airy form of vitality remains subtle and can be directed upward. This state is called Urdhvreta Avastha, the divine state. Naga Baba explained this. These things seemed impossible to me. I expressed my doubt before him. He showed slight irritation but finally said, bring that ball here. I brought the ball and placed it before him. He closed his eyes. Within 2 minutes, his previously lifeless organ became firm. In another 2 minutes, it grew harder. He placed the tip of it on the edge of the ball. From the tip, a clean, odorless, transparent, silvery white liquid started flowing continuously. It kept flowing non-stop for 15 minutes and filled half of the ball. Do you see this? He said. This is the subtle form of vitality that has become airy. Can an ordinary man do this? This is Bindu, the radiant essence of man. Before my eyes, the mystery unfolded. After 15 minutes, he stopped the flow. Then he extended his organ further. It became about 1.5 feet long. He dipped the tip into the liquid in the ball. In another 15 minutes, the entire liquid was drawn back into him. The ball became empty. That was not all. Through a secret yogic process, Guhya Kriya, he extended his organ up to 3 yards long and wrapped it twice around his waist. This is the seed form of the mystery of energy. It is possible only through breath control practice, pranayam, komma, he said. To my great surprise, from his organ, thousands of small bees, like wasps, came out. That was the practice of the Bijarupa Pranav Sadhana. Within half an hour, thousands of bees emerged from the tip, and with controlled breathing, he drew them all back again. Then he contracted his organ, and in 2 minutes, it shrank and became still, only about 4 inches long. I was filled with wonder and fell at his feet. I first learned breath control practice, pranayam, from Naga Baba. Later, I learned its higher stages from our revered master, Swami Satchidanandaji. Naga Baba had many divine powers. He could easily read other people's minds. One day, while we were walking along the banks of the Ganga, he said, "Write something on a piece of paper and put it in your pocket." I wrote, "Will I meet my true Guru in this lifetime?" As he instructed and placed it in my pocket. He told me exactly what I had written. I said, "Through the Trikala mantra practice, it should be possible." I had already learned that mantra. He said, "Write again this time." I wrote, "When will I meet my Guru? What is his name?" He said, "Roll the paper and throw it far into the Ganga." I did as he said. After a minute, he put his hand into the river and brought back the same paper. It was mine, my handwriting, and below it, written in red letters, were the words, "After 3 months, in the form of Satchidananda." Even more amazing, the paper looked new. There were no signs of having been rolled or wet. One morning, while returning from my bath in the Ganga, a mountain cobra bit me. It was dark, so I didn't see it. The moment it bit me, I screamed. The snake slithered away quickly. The bitten spot started burning fiercely. I ran to Babaji and collapsed. "Snake! Snake!" I muttered and became motionless. He placed his right thumb into my mouth. For 15 to 20 minutes, I kept it there. In that short time, I became completely well. All the poison vanished. Babaji was always in a state of emptiness, without thoughts. He could sit for hours in one posture, in one mudra. Perhaps he was absorbed in Brahmananda, the bliss of the Absolute. Out of curiosity, I once asked, "Babaji, in whose meditation are you absorbed? What is that bliss?" "Brahmananda," he said. "Can I also experience that bliss?" I asked. Babaji gave a loud sound and struck me hard on my chest. I felt as if I was flying upward into higher worlds, far away from all worries, into an indescribable realm filled with peace, fragrance, and purity. After 2 minutes, I opened my eyes. "Did you see anything?" Babaji asked. "Yes, Babaji. I had an experience beyond words." "But," I said. "Enough." He said, "You are not yet ready for a higher experience. When the time comes, you will." I became silent and composed my mind. I stayed with Babaji for nearly 3 months. One day, I felt a strange restlessness, as if someone was pulling my life force out of me. I told Babaji about my distress. He became serious. After a while, he said, "Your Guru is calling you. Leave this place right now." "But where should I go? Which direction?" I asked. Babaji smiled. "Water always flows towards its destination. Go towards Gangotri," he said and lifted me up. I took his permission, packed my 2 cloths and a small water glass, and stood there with tearful eyes. Even Babaji's eyes became moist. He came with me up to the bank of the Ganga. It was 2 in the afternoon. "Go now. Soon I will meet you again," he said. I bowed to Babaji, took the dust of his feet on my head, and walked away along the unknown path on the banks of the Ganga, with a heavy heart and tear-filled eyes. Babaji returned toward the Shiva temple.
If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and press the bell icon for notifications. If you liked the video, please press like button and share it with your friends. Thank you.